All right, so for the third and final table, should all the parallelogram projections work for a rhombus? So this is rhombi is plural for rhombus. The other word on here is also that's becoming popular is the word rhombuses. I'm used to the word rhombi for the plural of rhombus. The answer to this question again is yes, and for the same reason, all rhombi are special parallelograms. Because all rhombi fit the definition. So like the rectangle, a parallelogram is a quadrilateral, which all rhombi are, and that have two sets of parallel sides. And every rhombus, like a rectangle, has two sets of parallel sides. So it fits the definition. All right, so I'm going to draw the rhombus to look a lot like a parallelogram. So I want to make sure that this one's like a square, because not all rhombis are squares. What a rhombus is, it has four equal sides, and so that's why I'm putting tick marks on the sides. Just like the rectangle, I put four right angles in. So, first question, are all adjacent sides congruent? And that answer here is yes, because actually all the sides are equal. So AB is equal to AD, that would be the pair of adjacents, and AB is also equal to BC. And then if I would choose CD, it would be equal to AD, and CD is equal to BC. Those would be the four pairs of adjacent sides. Now keep in mind that for the rectangle, this was a no. Adjacent angles, are they congruent? And this answer here is no. Not all the angles, adjacent angles, are the same measurement. Actually, the opposite angles are equal in a rhombus, but the adjacents are not. Keep in mind that for a rectangle, this answer was yes. Diagonals. Do the diagonals of a rhombus of the equal length? And the answer here is no. You got a slide up here, but in a rectangle, the answer is yes. Hopefully you're seeing a pattern here. For the next one, are the diagonals perpendicular? In this one here, the answer is yes. These angles here are actually right angles. So the way we write this is that line 7 AC is perpendicular to line 7 BD. Again, this is a yes, but in the rectangle, it was a no. And the last one, do the diagonals bisect the rhombus angles? So in other words, if I look at the angle at A, are these two angles, is angle A split in half? If I do the same thing for the other diagonal, is the angle at B split in half, C in half, as well as D? So do the diagonals cut them in half? And the answer, hopefully you found to be yes. The diagonals do split the angles in half. So this one has a little more writing to do, but I'll start with here with angle A up here. So angle DAC is congruent angle BAC, there's two angles at A. At B, angle ABD is congruent to angle CBD. At angle C, you have angle BCA is congruent to angle DCA. And then angle D, the last one, angle CDB, is congruent to angle ADB. Four sets of congruent angles. And actually, if you look at go back to the rhombus, the angles at A and the angle at C, because opposite angles are congruent, the four angles at A and C, they're actually congruent to each other. Same thing with B and D. So you will find that these angles right here, these four angles here, are actually the same measurement because opposite angles are congruent, and same thing with this one. The bigger point I'm trying to make here is that with the rectangle, it was no, yes, yes, no, no. Rhombus, it was just the opposites. Yes, no, no, yes, yes. All right, so for the rest of the activity, you are basically taking the information that you investigated. I would recommend keeping the sketches open just in case you need to go back and look at something. You can do lots of drawings, and so it asks you to draw a rectangle GWAD and the two diagonals that meet at X. So what's true about the diagonals of a rectangle based on your investigation? That's why if your table doesn't make sense, go back and click on the link or the toggle switch to turn on the diagonals so you can look at what happens to the lengths of the diagonals, especially when they intersect at a point. And you know that GX is 6, then what's true about XW. So please recommend to you to keep the sketches open and refer back to those. The rest of the activity, hopefully you will complete during the remainder of class. If you don't get it finished, please finish it up for next Tuesday. And if you have any questions, we will talk about those on Tuesday.